This video is how difficult is it to recognize somebody from a high school picture? Because right now everybody's looking at people, and I think they're just kind of looking at people. There's some people that are like, "Oh, come on, you caught us! Oh, come on!" Right? So that's what this is about. Is how easy it is to recognize somebody out there who will not tell the truth, who knows the truth. So I'm just going to show you how easy it is. I'm going to tell you how easy it is first, and I'm going to show you. So around the year 19, what was it, 97, 98, I lived in Plano, Texas, and I was eating at Olive Garden across from what used to be the Collin Creek Mall. There used to be a mall right across the street was an Olive Garden, and I'm sitting there with my wife, and I look up and I see Brian Ramon and Rachel Taliaferro walk in. I was like, huh, I didn't expect them to see them here. All I was doing was going to eat dinner. And actually, it might have been lunchtime. Might have been lunchtime. But the problem is, I hadn't seen Brian Ramon or Rachel Taliaferro in years, many years at that time. And I saw Brian Ramon walk in with Rachel Taliaferro, and I can't remember who I was with, but we were at that Olive Garden right in Plano, Texas, right across from Collin Creek Mall, and it was sometime between 1997 to 2003. And I saw them walk right by me, and I recognized them. I didn't say anything to them, but I recognized them. Now, like I said, I've seen people like this guy, Alan Bishop. I saw him in Purcell just a few weeks ago. He was in Purcell. I saw he pulled right up to an intersection. Right as I got to the intersection, looked me right in the eyes. I let him go, and he drove on, and I kept going. I saw Alan Bishop in Purcell. I had no idea he was going to be in Purcell. I do remember him saying many years ago, like back in high school time frame, "You're not going to see me in Purcell." I saw Alan Bishop in Purcell just like a few weeks ago. I saw Duke Trong from Alcatel, 1998, 1999, 2000 time frame. I saw Duke Trong in New Jersey last March 2023. He pulled right up to a residential hotel for a bunch of people that was inside. He pulled up in a van, stopped, and just sat there like this in front of me. Duke Trong. I haven't talked to Dutrong since 1999, that time frame, 2000 time frame, when was he was working with us at Alcatel. Alcatel. So I saw Dutrong. I saw Alan Bishop. I saw this lady, Amy Grover, somewhere near Greensboro, North Carolina, last year around March time frame. I saw her. She pulled up behind me, and I saw her face, and then she got off the highway. I saw Amy Grover. Amy Long, up there near New Jersey somewhere. How long was this? There it is. I don't. It was North Carolina, Greenville, North Carolina. I was just leaving New Jersey. Now I was heading back towards Tennessee and coming back to Oklahoma, and I saw Amy Grover. She was behind me. And how did she find me? Because I was just driving down the highway, and she pulled right up behind me, let me see her face, and she got off the highway. Amy Grover. Let's find out who else. I saw who I think was Brad Ford as I went by the Ford dealership up here. I had to turn into the Ford dealership because people were trying to hit my mother's car. And it looked like Brad Ford was driving that vehicle. Not the car that tried to hit us, but he was at the intersection. He saw me. He saw me. But other people are trying to really cause wrecks. It's dangerous out there for me, at least for me. I think I saw Brad Walton right out here, right as I got to the highway intersection. I think I saw Brad Walton. I know that face. I'm pretty sure I saw Brad Walton drive a truck. He just kind of smiled at me as he drove by. I think I saw his mother mowing the lawn out there. Randy Emmons, I'd know your face. I'd know your face easily. That may have been you in a vehicle the other day as I was driving towards Dallas yesterday. Kind of looked like you, but I barely got a glance and I looked away. Now, it may not have been you. All I know is I was driving and I saw a car coming. It looked like it had little stars on it. And I looked and it looked like Brandy Evans, so I turned my head and I just kept going. I don't want to see your face. I don't. I don't want people to come up and pretend like it's over when it's not over. No one's told the truth yet. I know I looked like Chris Christian just from the back. Now, the funny thing about this one is I was walking by Ada and he was going into Dave's Guitars in Ada, and I'm walking down the street and I look up and I see him and he looks like Chris Christian from, I'm looking at, he has his back turned toward me, has a hat on, and God made me do that little number to him, just held my hand up like it. As soon as I did that, he grabs the back of his hat like he pooped his pants. I was driving to Atoka. Now, this cop could not see me because he had his head he had his head turned away from it, but he was putting gas in a cop car, and he couldn't see what I was doing. And all I did was hold my hand out to the door itself where he couldn't see my hand. Because as soon as I did that, he turned his head, he goes, like that, and I could see his face because he turned his head like that, and I could see the side of his face as he did that. It was almost like God made him poop his pants right there. That was three occasions that somebody I think pooped their pants right in front of me. I've seen policemen just turn their lights off and go away. When I was driving with no headlight, no signal light and stuff, they'd come up like they're going to arrest me, and all of a sudden they just drive away. Chris Christie told me years ago, yeah, everybody knows people are going to be pooping their pants. Well, if you pooped your pants, if you've done that, and um, God says you got the plague. I was going by the North Cross Mall, or I can't think of what it's called. It's the big mall right there off US 75. It's a big rich mall. It looked like Christy Trueblood pulled up right behind me in a truck as she was driving by, and I hadn't seen Christy Trueblood face to face in years. She looks just like that. Looked just like her behind me. And I had to turn off because I didn't want anybody to hit me from behind or in the front. It's very dangerous when people get behind me because people try to cause accidents. I've seen people try to cause an accident when a little kid was in the car behind me. I've seen that. I've also seen people try to cause an accident when a little kid's riding a bicycle across the street from me and they come up behind me and try to make me go forward. I've seen that too. Very dangerous. You shouldn't be doing that stuff. It could kill somebody. I saw a man that looked just like this guy. Just like, I don't think it was actually Corey. I think it was his father, his real father. Looked just like him. Looked just like him. And this was about, looked just like him, but older. So I think it was his real father. Um, that was about, I don't know, 3 months ago. 3 months ago, I saw him. And he was, and he'll know it. He'll know because he knows he saw my face. He looked kind of angry. And he was driving down. He was coming from the Arbuckle Mountains, but he was going down the back highway, the other highway, not down I-35, but the other highway that goes, by the S Ranch, the whatever S Ranch it is, Lazy S Ranch. Yeah. Now, Greg Johnson, I saw this man. I think I already said it in this video. I saw him at the gas pumps about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. He was at the gas pumps. He was in, I think, a white Jeep. It looked like a white Jeep. It was a Jeep. He was in a Jeep. So I know he was at a gas pumps, and I needed to get gas, but I couldn't get it in Ardmore. I don't want to stop anywhere near Ardmore. I do not want to stop. And I was getting ready to exit. I was getting ready to get on 35, and he was right there. And he kind of moved his Jeep forward, and he looked, and I could see his face. It was Greg Johnson. That's how easy it is to recognize somebody because he looks just like this. And if you haven't gained a whole lot of weight, if you haven't aged a whole lot, you can tell who a person is. You can tell. Some people, it's hard to tell. Most people, I can tell who you are just by seeing your face. Like Jeff and Janelle, I know Jeff Hunt's face. That's Jeff. You can tell. I know old Big Head Jeff. I know Big Head Jeff. And the reason I'm doing this is to let you know how easy it is for people to see who are trying to murder me because they don't want to tell the truth. Now, Gerald Miller, I saw him at Walmart. I was just walking through the Walmart while I was here, like for 2019 to 2021. I was just walking through Walmart, and I saw Gerald Miller walking through Walmart. I knew exactly who he was when I saw him, but I did not talk to him. I didn't want to say anything to him. I knew his face as soon as I saw his face in Walmart. I know I saw you in Sherman area, over about where the skate land is in Sherman, about I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago. You drove by and you looked really sad. Yeah, I saw you. It looked just like you, Jeremy. I know it was you, Jeremy. I don't know why you guys don't want to tell the truth yet. Kurt Cott, I'd know your face anywhere. I'd flat out. I know who you are anywhere you go. You can't hide who you are. One more person. Do one more person. One more really good person. Tad Light. I saw him walking through the Ardmore Mall, and I said, Tad, is that you? I mean, I recognized immediately, but you don't want to say, hey, Tad, how's it going? Because he might say, I don't know who you are. I'm not Tad. I knew Tad Light as soon as I saw him. You can't miss him. Nobody in the world was. I've actually seen Tad like 3 or 4 times, but the first time I saw him was about 2020 when I was walking through the mall right here in Ardmore. He was just walking through looking for, a pair of jeans. I can't find any jeans that fit me and stuff like that. He said, those jeans over there are $70. I knew him as soon as I saw his face. You can't cover up who you guys are. And the reason that I'm doing this is to let you know that when you're going out and driving around, and just because people haven't said something to you, people are getting ready to treat you like dog poop for what you've done to me. There's something really big about to happen. I just want to warn y'all. Now I'm going to draw a picture in a second, a picture, and it's about how I've seen when I hold my hand up like this, I'll see people go like that. It's not because sometimes they don't even see me. Many times I've seen people just turn their head as soon as I do that, but they don't see me. No one else sees me do it except for the people beside me. But I mean, I'll do that, and they do it immediately. No one's talking to them. No one can tell them because as soon as I do it, they turn their head, which lets me know that something happened. Something let them know that they just got infected with a plague. Something let them know. That's all I can say. I don't know exactly what's happening. All I know is that when I was in that jail cell in Murray County, God had me do that to somebody. I was alone in the front, and somebody came in they looked like they wanted to kill me. And God said, "Are you scared?" I said, "Yeah, Father. I'm terrified of this person." He goes, "Don't worry, I'm going to take care of it." And he just does this number with my hand, and it wasn't less than 2 minutes. The guy said he pooped himself. Now, how easy is it to recognize someone? The final part of it. I'd know your face anywhere. I'd know your face anywhere. I saw you. I saw you a few weeks ago, right here on that road out there, the one that goes by Lone Grove Route, but where you used to live in Kings Edition. You turned your head like that as soon as I just barely moved my hand. You couldn't even seen it. You just turned your head like you pooped yourself. Uh, I'd know his face anywhere. You can tell it's him. Just look at it. Just by the side, you can tell it's him. You know who he is. He's in Oklahoma City somewhere. You ain't gonna miss Corey Butler. He looks just like that. He looks just like he did. So I just want y'all to know. Everyone knows who you are. You're not gonna be able to hide and cover it up. Like Janet Bogle, I'm not gonna pull a big thing. You're a very nice person, but you know the truth, and no one saved my life. I've seen you at least four or five times. 4 or 5 times as I've been driving down different roads. Now, I drew this little picture just so you can kind of see it. It's hard to explain it. Like, this is the row in front of me, and I'm sitting on this row behind it right here. And then there's a row up here in front of these. That's what this one indicates. There was a Vietnamese lady up here in the row, not the row beside me, but the row. I think she was actually 2 rows in front. So she couldn't see my hand. My hand was right here behind this tray. I was on the outside. My hand was behind this, and there was a tray here. And I was sitting here listening to music, and you could control it on the back of this. But my hands were on the tray. She couldn't see me. She was like 2 rows away. And her boyfriend was sitting here, and he had a big old, it was June. It was June. And he had this big old giant Michelin Man jacket on like a coat. Like it was freezing cold in the plane. And he told me years ago he was going to do that to get me kicked off the plane so I would not make it to Vietnam. And he was sitting there right beside me in a coat in the summertime. It was hot. And he's wearing a coat looking like Michelin Man. And what you have to remember is I had to deal with this guy pestering me the whole time. And this guy was laughing. He had a friend. He was his friend. He was being mean to me on purpose. But at the end of the flight, what happened? This is the funniest thing I've ever seen because it all happened instantaneous like that. You got to listen because it's real. Remember, she's 2 rows up. She can't see me. Only person who can see me is this guy. And this guy, he can't look because he's not looking back at us. So just listen. This is crazy. It happened instantaneous. Getting ready to land in Vietnam. And this is about a 12-hour flight, I think, from Dubai to Vietnam. It's a long flight. It's at least 9 hours. Something like that. It's a long flight. And we're getting ready to land. I took all this punishment. And I'm just sitting there and I'm messing with the thing. And I have my hand on the tray. And God says, just wave your hand like this. Like that. As soon as I did that, that lady 2 rows up turns her head like that. The guy right up here starts laughing. And then this guy turns his head and goes, It's almost like all 3 people poop their pants all at the same time. So all I can say is when this plague comes, it's going to be as real as COVID. It's going to be much worse than COVID. I'm not going to care because I'm screaming out, help me. And my mother's refinancing her house. She can sell it to a Derek K. She knows she's not going, nobody lives forever on this earth. You don't want to live forever on this earth. I mean, look at all the devils out there. If my own family's going to do this to me, just think about what your family would do to you for money.